7 Chicago men were recently indicted after surveillance cameras captured 9 Goofy gang members breaking into a Land Rover dealership in Waukesha, Wisconsin, where they drove off the lot with 6 Rovers, a Porsche, a Jaguar, and a BMW. Wisconsin prosecutors say they were able to identify 7 of the idiots who were on a group call during the heist, while one Goofy is unidentified. The other Goofy, 17-year-old Calvin Valentine, ultimately wiped out after a 40-mile high-speed chase on I-94, and was arrested. They drove all 9 luxury cars to a gas station in rural Wisconsin with masks on, for a quick pit stop, which resulted in Calvin's arrest, but the other Goofies got away. 18-year-old Tremaine Walton, 19-year-old Corinthians Neal, and 20-year-old Lamont Stanton, are now in custody and under indictment for the luxury car heist, but tragically, this is after they were convicted of killing a man at a Wisconsin Taco Bell during an attempted carjacking in May 2024. This is the Cartoon News Network with more crazy stories from Goofy Gang, Chicago's most dangerous street organization.
Hellcats and track hawks. They got Timmy on the turn up in the blast off. He wouldn't got out for that body, took his mask off.
A couple of days ago, on Wednesday, January 8, 2025, an armed robbery suspect took the cops on a high-speed chase. The crazy part is, the television crew's chopper team was doing a better job following the Goofy than the police. Don't believe me, just watch.
Street on the right shoulder, you saw that Chicago squad going eastbound. They're all communicating on what's called the Eastbound network. They all communicate in situations like this with each other. Look at this vehicle picking up speed now, northbound at the 103rd, and again, I-57 on the shoulder. This is going to make a northbound turn, and if you ever drive I-57, this is the turn around Halstead. In a matter of about 10 seconds here, it's going to have to turn right and then head eastbound towards the Dan Ryan merge. They just said on the dispatch that they said there was a male inside, and again, this vehicle is wanted for armed robbery. Earlier in the day, they're saying there's a male and a female inside. They believe that the people inside this vehicle are armed, where the Stevenson is. So again, this is another area where this vehicle, a Hyundai that is wanted for armed robbery, can pick up a large amount of speed. And now we're exiting again here. Let's see, we are at 87th Street, so I believe they're exiting at 87th Street. Right, and again, you see it right here as opposed to the expressway where you know it's open. These are residential streets, and you don't know what's coming up, and this could absolutely cause a collision. I believe we're off of State Street, or maybe a block off of this. They got off at 87th Street, went about a block, so we are about coming up maybe about 83rd Street here, northbound on this residential street. So the vehicle has pulled in front of a home here. We're about 2 blocks east of Martin Luther King here, and we're north of 83rd Street. Looks like somebody got out of the vehicle. What's that, Max? The cameraman's talking. Okay, so we've got one person that got out of the car that's behind that tree there, and we see in the center, and then one person that is still in the car. And we can just see what happens here, but what we don't see, and we talked about this before because we are in the city of Chicago, we didn't see those lights that we saw all throughout the expressway. We've been very focused on the Hyundai here that, again, was wanted for armed robbery. So the vehicle is parked here, and again, we're about 2 blocks east of Martin Luther King. Got back in the car here now, and just north of 83rd Street. And again, don't see any police moving in at this time. Let's see if the vehicle stays here or continues to move on. Count my streets here. That's coming off of 83rd Street as this there's 2 people inside this vehicle. Get out there on the sidewalk. There are squads that are starting to come west on 83rd Street. So we are, let's see, I think we're about a block east of Martin Luther King. I do see squads, and again, we can't show you that shot here because right, one person's gone in different directions here. There are squads moving in. So we're in an apartment complex here. And we just saw something being thrown over the fence too, yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead. That's what they pursued. I'm going to ask you, you can see there's a squad that just went right by him right now. And he threw something on the ground. Nick, if you can hear me, our pilot, has the Chicago Police Department helicopter, are they up flying over this? So the Chicago police helicopter has been flying about this as well, and we've been so focused on these people that have been winded. That is important because they have the same perspective we do, which means that they, from the air, can direct the Chicago Police Department down below here to where these people are. So this is the man that we saw get out of the vehicle. Again, this was a Hyundai that was wanted for armed robbery. The Illinois State Police Network, and there you go. There's a squad pulling up right now. And let's see if we have a foot chase here. I believe we're on 83rd Street, and I believe somebody is about to be taken into custody.
Hellcats and track hoes. They got Timmy on the turn up in the blast on. He wouldn't got out for that body, took his mask off.
Wow. That was crazy. The Goofy actually got out of the car, tried to hide behind a tree, and then walked down the street a few blocks before he was arrested. Crazy. Anyway, we have another high-speed chase to show you, but before we do, please show your support to The Real CNN by liking this video and subscribing. This is footage from a few weeks ago, on December 17, 2024, when a man led police on a high-speed chase from Hammond, Indiana to Chicago, where he exited the Dan Ryan Expressway on 59th Street. The 26-year-old Goofy weaves in and out of traffic on the expressway and drives recklessly in residential neighborhoods, endangering many lives, none more precious than his 4-year-old daughter who was inside the car with him. After hopping the curb and driving through someone's front yard, the idiot bails out and tries to run away, leaving his daughter in the car. The cops catch his dumb ass, tase his dumb ass, and treat his dumb ass for minor injuries before taking him into custody. And, if you think his dumb ass had a good excuse for fleeing from the police, think again, and listen to what the 4-year-old's mother, his girlfriend who was on the phone with him during the chase, had to say was his reason for going 100 miles and running, with a toddler in the backseat.
He started seeing the cars just study build up and build up and build up. When I asked him why, he said he don't know why they own him.